very, I would say it's the best choice to me, but it's a little bit exotic dish. And this dish originated in several Eastern European countries, such as Belarusian, Ukrainian, Russian, Lithuania, Poland, and Latvian as well. So the ingredients I'm going to use for my dish is they are right here, and I would like to show you. So it's, you know what, put it, and I will go one by one. Yeah. So I'm just trying to. So I'm going to use beet. This is the main ingredient, beet, and also a lot of vitamins actually here, a lot of veggies. I will show you the basic version. What is good about this dish, you can improvise as you like, and you can add the ingredients that you think might fit. You can also make the dish with some meat additions. I will tell you later about that, but now we start with the vegetarian version. Still, we can use eggs and sour cream for serving. So let's start. First of all, we need to prepare the soup base. Like it's kind of, we can call it even a marinade, because we are going to use water, salt, sugar, and vinegar. Everything what we are going to use for that marinade, it's hot marinade at the beginning. Then we are going to cool it down. Then it's going to be cold soup. We are going to add all these ingredients. I mean, salt, sugar, and vinegar. If you want, you can use lemon juice, or yeah. So it's kind of another option if you like to. So I'm going to start with the simple ones. Let me prepare the pot. For the 3 beets of the middle size, 3 middle-sized beets, I'm going to use 2 liters of water, just a regular water. I'm going to fill up the saucepan. It's going to be 2 liters of water. First of all, I will fill up the saucepan with the water and warm it up. Why I'm going to do it before even to put the beet inside? Because I want to keep all the vitamins saved, and I want my soup will keep the beautiful, intense red color. So, first of all, I'm going to add some salt and sugar. Afterwards, I will taste it, and if you you taste your marinade, and then you can, oh yeah, the brightness is good. Then you can find out if it's good for you, or you want to add some salt or more sugar. Then just do it, because it's a place to improvise. So I put about 2, a little bit more, liters of water, and moment, I'm going to add a tablespoon of salt, any salt. I like the marinating pickle cooking salt. So 1 spoon. Also, I would like to add a 1 spoon of just a regular sugar. Just a regular sugar. Dissolve it in the water first. Dissolve it in the cold water. Dissolve it in a cold water and put it on a stove.
We have a couple of friends that are waving at you.
Pardon me?
I said, I got to turn my camera on.
Oh,
We
okay.
have a couple of friends waving at you.
Wow. Hi, Swapna. Hi, Saba. Hi. Hello, hello. Oh, and I see even Farhana is coming. Hi, guys.
Oh, is she cooking today? Yeah.
You know what? I would like to bring this soup tomorrow for you. How about that? And then you will test it.
What type of soup is?
Lunch tomorrow, beet. It's called borscht. Beet.
It's actually called borscht. It's Svekolnik. We are not going to put any kind of heavy stuff like fried veggies or meat. It's gonna be just a vegetarian version.
Sure, we will.
And it's good for hot weather. It's gonna be cold soup. It's served cooked cold.
Yeah, this is full of vitamins.
Yeah.
Full of vitamins, promise. Okay, and while marinade is on the stove, I need to peel off the beet. I choose 3 beets. Going to peel it off quickly because I don't need to boil marinade. When it's hot, it's just ready to be used.
Look what she's making. You want to make that?
So I'm peeling off the beet. Okay, trying to be quick. It's actually very simple dish and you don't need anything special for that unless you want to improvise. And you know what, for this dish, because it's kind of cold soup, you can even add sour cherry. Can you imagine? So even sour cherry. Hi, hello, Scarlett.
Hi, Rita.
Hi, hello, Scarlett. Our children.
Come on.
Yeah. So even something, it's gonna be, the taste is sour, sweet, rich beet taste. Other vegetables also will enhance the taste. And again, we can improvise. We can add even basil, like whatever are your preferences. Whatever your preferences. Katya, check the battery. If the battery is okay. Okay, good. In total time, I think total time for preparation of the dish is 1.5 hours, because the longest process is cooking the beet, because the beet needs to be soft. So we need to cook for this condition. And Actually, I would like to mention that in Central Asia, and I'm from Uzbekistan, we have already 40 plus, so it's very hot. And sometimes, you know, this is actually a very popular dish, and we have even more variety, actually, the cold soups, cold dishes to be served. Yeah, so it's really appropriate for the hot weather.
Rita, you can eat this recipe hot or cold, right?
Yeah, you know what? Some people they serve hot, but I focused on now on the cold version because of summer. I wish maybe I have a chance to cook a traditional borscht, which served in a hot, like serving. For today, we just do Svekolnik. Svekolnik from the word Svekla, which is beet. Also, in other countries, cultures like Belarusian, for example, they call it холодник. Холодник, it means holod, cold. So it's served cold, that's why. And yeah, let me cut the beet in small pieces. As another way to cut the beet can be shredded with shredding machine or food processor, but I would like to keep all the juice on. So I am just cutting in small pieces, really small pieces. One thing about this dish, it will be even better for in the next day, because the marinade is gonna work well overnight in the fridge. So, but I'm going to show the final serving today, because I have some pre-cooked stuff for that. So I will show you.
You're saying our lunch tomorrow is going to be better than your dinner tonight?
Yep. Because it should be really cold, and if overnight, we are going to add some vinegar, or whoever wants lemon juice. So it's kind of marinating the beet, and also other vegetables. And see, it's all beet. All the vegetables are going to be raw. We're not going to boil them. We just wash them. So cucumber, green onion, and dill, and finally for serving a garlic, whoever likes it, it's going to be just fresh. We just smash it with salt and add it with this base. So it's very exotic soup, but I'm sure that you will like it. So I'm continuing with my 3 mid-size beets, medium size. I will cut. Okay. Yeah, let me just check one thing. Cutting in small pieces. The size of the beet pieces are like this. So little bit, like I don't want to shred it because it's going to be a little bit juicy, and all the juices coming out. To make it simple, we can do it. You know, beet is very good when and rich with iron. It's really rich in vitamins and elements that helps keep our health condition in a good shape.
Rita, I take it you
Yeah.
enjoy cooking, right?
Ah,
I said I take it you enjoy cooking.
yes, you know, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am enjoying, yeah. And I
So-
enjoy in general to experiment with the new recipes.
So who inspires you to enjoy cooking, or who'd you learn to cook from?
Actually, you know what? I would say that being a picky eater, I would prefer to eat what I cook. Like I'm open for any kind of new dishes. But for example, if I want some certain way of serving dishes in a specific taste, and I cannot find it to buy, just to find the easy way, I would prefer to do it myself. Then I will I have the dish which the taste is gonna be which I was looking for, which I'm looking for. And I see my marinade is already hot. So the water is boiled. So with salt and sugar. So again, this kind of manipulation with water, because I want to keep all the vitamins, and I want to have my soup had a very rich red taste color, because if we put just in a cold water, it's not going to be so beautiful, and again, it's going to be a little bit of losing the vitamins and all that we want to see in this soup. It's going to be unusual, but what I found, the cold soups I was observing in different cultures. For example, kind of cold soup in a Korean culture, they call it naengmyeon. It's noodles, but they serve it. They serve in a cold soup. Yeah, so I was really inspired, and we do it. By the way, we like from my childhood. Traditionally, we cook this kind of cold soups for hot weather. Another one we call akroshka. For this base, we don't need basically anything. We just need a buttermilk or kefir, and just cut the vegetables, which is the same set of vegetables, and plus eggs and some potatoes. Whoever likes the meat ingredients, that's done. And keep it in the fridge and serve it with rye bread. So yeah, easy peasy. Yeah.
So did
I'm done.
Did you learn some of your cooking from your mother?
Yeah, I learned. Yeah, my mom actually. I had a mom and grandma, and when they cook, I was observing how they did it, and it's always very simple, like very simple ingredients, and mostly. But sometimes when it's when you used to, right, it looks easy for you. So yeah, I was observing my mom and my grandma.
So do your children, are they learning the traditional cooking from you?
Yes. For example, I'd like to introduce you my daughter. And yeah, so she is she already from age 10 she packs her lunches by herself, which makes my life really easier, you know. She does cooking, she's experimenting, she tries to actually she follows the mainstream menu, but she also observing how I am cooking. That's how I learn, you know. When we observe someone, that's how we learn. Like I do not have this goal to teach her now, but as soon as interest raising, then I can help anytime, and it's gonna be a interesting journey. Okay, I will back to our marinade. So we are going to add some vinegar. Remember, we have salty and sugary water, which is boiled. For 2 liters, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt. Then I'm going to add some vinegar, 5% vinegar, just a very regular one. I will put for this amount something like this. And I will test it because I would like to my soup, my base will be salty, sugary, and soury. So let's see how it works. And if it's not, I will just add more.
Sorry, can you show again how much vinegar?
Oh, I just put, actually, you know what? Start with 2 tablespoons of vinegar. 2 tablespoons for 2 liters. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, because the taste should be good. Not so sour, not so sweet, not so sugary. So you will find it. So you can add any time, but don't put too much right away. So you can just start with 2 tablespoons of vinegar.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's not really showing the measurement, so sorry for that. Let me just test it again. Where is my screen? You know, I put a little bit more than I was going to, but that's okay. I just add some water. Then it's not gonna be so sour. Don't hesitate to put water if you feel like it's too much. One of these 3: sugar or vinegar or salt. Don't hesitate. You just need to get the taste of the marinade that you like. In I would say I need more sugar. So it's little bit sweet, little bit salty, a little bit soury. Just mix, 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 and you find the right proportion for yourself, because the preferences are different. Now I want a little bit more salt. And as soon as we're done with our soup base, we put all of the cut beef inside, into the base. And put it on the oven. Place it on the oven. I'm going to put it on the oven. So remember, beef is already in.
On the stove.
On the stove, sorry. Not in the oven, sorry. On the stove. Little bit of nervous. Never done it before, sorry.
Oh, you're doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try my best. Sorry if I give you, but any questions, you go ahead right away. Ask me, okay? what we are going to do now, so while the marinade with beef is on the stove, so we need to keep it on a high heat till it starts boiling, and just boil it 2 minutes. Okay, for this step. When it's done boiling, like 2 minutes, after 2 minutes boiling, I will show you the next step, what we're going to do. This is, by the way, this is the hardest part, okay? The next one is going to be just extremely easy. We are in the hardest part because we are trying to find the right taste of marinade. I'm going to check how it's boiling. By the way, I added some little bit of sugar because I want some more. So we can play with that, with the amount of ingredient. It seems like I found the right balance. Now it's good. So remember, we're waiting until it's start boiling. After 2 minutes, we are going to pour the most base out, and we just leave a little bit of water with the beet to let it completely get to let it stay in the oven on the stove until it's ready. So I'm waiting, not boiling yet. I'm just looking. Yeah, I'm just waiting when the marinade with beet start to boil. At the same time, we need to start boiling eggs. 4 eggs for this amount is good. If you want 5 eggs, just put them on the, yeah, they need to be just boiled till ready. So put them on the stove, and just boil the eggs. 4 or 5 eggs, as you like 4 or 5. Also, get 3 potatoes and also start boiling them. So we need boiled eggs and boiled potatoes. And my beet is not boiling yet. I'm still waiting. So 3 medium-sized potato also needs to be boiled. So eggs and potatoes.
Do you need to peel the potatoes or just cut them? And do you need to peel the potatoes, or you just cut them?
I don't peel because it's, again, more vitamins will be safe. I just peel it when it's ready. I don't peel potato. Thank you for the question. I even didn't pay attention for that. So I am observing my marinade with a bead. It starts bubbling, but not really yet. So again, this is the longest part.
While that's boiling, can you tell us? I said, while that's boiling, can
Yeah.
you tell us some interesting facts about your country, your culture?
Yeah, you know what? Interesting thing that because this dish again, it's a Eastern European dish. In Uzbekistan, in Central Asia, we also have cold soups. They based on fermented milk and different grains and like a lentil, chickpeas. Again, a lot of plants like, I mean, the veggies like cilantro, dill. And you know what? The interesting thing is we also consume horse milk. Horse milk in Central Asia, in Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and actually other Central Asian countries, it's very high nutrition product with very specific taste and aftertaste. It's high in calories, but it's really some people, they even use it as a remedy because it's you know what, very rich in different kind of elements that is makes our body healthy and supported by that food. Yeah, so yeah, that's what we use for cold soup in Central Asia. Like if we talk about Uzbek dishes. Yeah, it's a lot of. It's actually one of the state that on the located on the Great Silk Road. So we can see a whole bunch of interconnection with Chinese cuisine in Central Asia, specifically in my back home country, in Uzbekistan. For example, pilaf that originated. It's actually on each east, like even in India, pilaf is very popular, and China, and like it's rice with meat and veggies, and also.
I was surprised when you were trying to decide what to cook for tonight. You had mentioned that you might make samosa, and I thought,
yeah,
oh,
you know what? It's so many ideas. And that's right.
Yeah.
It was so many ideas in my head. Samosas is one very famous dish in Uzbekistan. Samosa, pilaf, and как у них манты?
I thought samosa was like Indian cuisine.
It's completely different. It's completely different,
Really?
and yeah, like I mean, it's still triangle and it's still with dough and stuffing inside, but the taste is really different. I hope one day I'll show you how to cook. You'll love it because it's so delicious. It's option against vegetarian and meat stuffing, and also I don't like we can use make a dough from scratch. At the same time, because of lack of time, I usually buy the puff dough from European Market and Deli, which is on the west side, this kind of store. It's this dough is not sweet, and it's just perfectly fit for the for samosa that I'm going. We call it samsa, little bit different pronunciation, but the meaning the same. So it's actually made by on the fire, but we don't have this kind of facility like tandoori. Like you understand what I mean, right? But I do it just in my oven. Yeah, and it's also. Let me check what is going on with my. Oops, it's already boiling. And you know what? I'm going to, I don't want all the vitamins are gone, going away from that hot. If I continue boiling it, it's not gonna be so healthy that I want to keep it like. So I'm going to pour out almost all the liquid part of this marinade, but I will leave just a little bit to cover the beet and to continue to cook it till it's soft. Okay, so let me just get them. Let me get the dish for that. Oh, Katya. Oh, what happened? So look what I'm doing. So what I did, this very intense color liquid marinade, I poured out of my main pot, and then I left just a little bit of water, not a little bit, but cover the beet, and about 1 centimeter over the beet. And I'm going to put it back on the stove and wait until it's completely cooked, because the beet needs to be soft. And I would say it will take more than an hour, because I was trying now and just to pre-cook to have it already, because we cannot wait for so long. But I'm just giving you the steps. So I'm going to put this beet back on the stove. Going to set up a timer for an hour. After an hour, I will test if it's soft. By the time the beet is on the stove and boiling, getting ready, we are going to cut the veggies for our Svekolnik. So let me just move everything that's not supposed to be here.
So, Rita, do you have a secret formula for taking the beet juice out of your cutting board?
Huh?
Do you have a secret formula for taking the beet juice out of your cutting board? The stain?
No, I just, you know what, I took just a bigger one to cut the vegetables.
You
mean the color?
Yeah, do you have a secret formula?
You know what, after this cooking, now I'm wearing gloves, but it's usually all the hands with the red color. And yeah, it's kind of really staining. And you know what, I even don't bother myself. It's just gone later on. I just I don't use anything specifically. Soda is good, always good. Soda.
It goes away eventually, right? I said it goes away eventually.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
How are the other ladies doing with theirs? How are you doing with yours? The other two that are cooking, Amber and Marlene, are cooking borscht also.
Yeah, good. I'm cooking along with you, but I left my potatoes at the cabin at the lake, so I'm doing it without potatoes today. But I wanted to ask you, are you the liquid you poured off, you're keeping that liquid, right?
Yeah. I'm going to keep it, because we are going to actually cool it down. It's supposed to be cold. I just keep it. I don't want it it's full of vitamins already, and I don't need to boil it an hour. And the beet is not going to be ready earlier than an hour. So I will keep this marinade, and I'll continue boiling the beet until it's soft.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And again, make sure that the marinade taste is according to your preference, because people can play with it with salt, sugar, and vinegar. If you want any kind of like lemon juices, even works. Like try to make the marinade that you like.
Yeah, I added 1 more tablespoon of vinegar because I wanted a little bit more sour.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank
It's
you.
so optional. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, and this is a first session for me, and I'm not sure if I'm clear with the instructions. Then ask questions, please, okay? Because it will help me to explain clearly. Okay, so I'm going to cut cucumbers now. Cucumbers, green onion, and dill. Some people, they even like to put tomatoes, just fresh tomatoes inside. Today I'm not going to do it because it's kind of I'm going to show you the basic version, and then whatever you like. If you like a little bit of spicy taste, you can add radish, if you like to. But I'm also going to skip it because in our family we have different preferences. Everybody likes differently. I just cut and keep it. Whoever likes, they will add it. Also garlic for serving, if you like to. Okay, let's cut cucumbers. Also, in a simple way, just cutting in small pieces.
How are you doing, Amber, with yours? Sorry, I didn't mean to take up all the talk time there.
Oh no, that's okay. It's coming along. I made a mistake though. I
Which
poured
kind?
into the sink. Now I don't have it anymore.
Oh.
I'm sad.
Oh, so sorry. I didn't tell you that we keep it. Hey, wow, my goodness. Sorry for that.
Strange. Why would she put all this salt and then throw it away?
Oh my goodness, sorry for that. I wasn't clear enough.
That's okay. What should I do to make it still like for the rest of the liquid? What can I add?
Yeah, it still can be a soup. We just add some more. Yeah, it's still gonna be a soup. I mean, we're just looking for more of the marinade.
Yeah.
But yeah. You can add some water then. If you want, if you don't want to start all over, you can add some more. And then it's going to be just a little bit of more liquid, because during the hour while it's cooking, it can evaporate, and it's not going to be much left.
Okay.
I will cut 5 cucumbers, 5 medium-sized cucumbers for this amount.
So Rita, for everybody that's watching and for the ones that will watch later on YouTube, eventually
Yeah.
over time, teach us something about your country, not your cuisine. Tell us something about your country that we should all know.
As you know, Uzbekistan was a former USSR republic, and specifically my hometown, capital city Tashkent, is a very multicultural city, because during the World War II, it was a lot of people evacuated from Europe, Eastern Europe mostly, and this part to Central Asia. So we have such a big communities like a Russian community, Ukrainian, Greece, Greek, Jewish, many more. Like it's more than over than 100 nationalities. And some, like after USSR collapse, it kind of migration happened. Still, this is the impact of this multicultural environment is very significant. For example, I just tell you that when you go into market and people, they 90% of population Uzbek nowadays, and they it's not religious state, but they are Muslims, and it was always in peace and full of respect. Like I just we use Russian as an international Russian language as an international the language that we use between, but also we know Uzbek language to speak just like to with each other. It's like a state language now. Also, it's such a very friendly people there. You know what? If you go to market, for example, to buy something, they refer to you as a sister or brother. You know, it's kind of in our culture of this country to be friendly to guests, to anyone who visiting the country. A lot of tourists, you know, a lot of tourists from Europe and America nowadays, they come because the infrastructure for tourists are very attractive, and through the Samarkand city, which is very ancient, old, like in a heritage of UNESCO places. So it's a lot of things that you can see in our country, and extremely delicious fruits, you know, and veggies, because the climate is hot, and grapes and cherry and watermelon and melons, they big size, and the smell is like, you know, it's even gastronomic tourism is very popular. So it's very delicious food there, very friendly people, very open people. Yeah. So I'm proud that I was. My ancestors are from Russia. My mom was from Russia. She was born in Russia. My father was born in Uzbekistan, but the ancestors from Russia. They immigrated from Russia in the time when it was a famine and hard time to survive. It's time of revolution, and that time it was not like it was hard to survive. It was easy to survive in Central Asia for some reason. Yeah, so they actually immigrated to Central Asia. Yeah, a lot of historical events, and a lot of social processes went around. Yeah.
When did you immigrate to Canada?
Oh, 2007 November. Yeah.
Have you been back to visit your family?
You know what? I visited, and we little bit stuck with this quarantine. I hope it will be open soon again. I visited on 2000. I think 2 years ago. 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago. Yeah, this summer is gonna be 3 years ago. I visited at 2018. Yeah. Wish to go again. I went with my daughter. I would like her to know, because she was born in Canada, and I want her to know, to see where we used to live, and just to see the other places, other countries, to know more, to see her grandparents, which is important connection. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just check with the bit.
I'm sure everybody keeps in touch with the family through social media, gets to know your family and how you're doing and how they're doing through social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So there'll be a better connection for your daughter when she goes there and sees her cousins or her aunties or, family.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to keep the connection even through sending her in a Russian school here in Edmonton. We have a accredited Russian school, and then we can like she's in a program of school, grade 7, like a Russian school. So I want her to know how to write, read, know about culture, and so she has a hard time. She said, how come I have a Saturday school as well? So plus to the regular one. But she doesn't talk it. She doesn't say it right now. She was complaining when she was younger, but right now she valued that this is important. Yeah. It's so really blessed place when all the cultures can share their heritage. It's really unique, and I appreciate this. So I'm done with the cucumbers. You can see.
So you said that Uzbekistan was very you said it was very multicultural, right?
Yes.
Is it
sure.
more multicultural than Canada or no?
No, I cannot say so, because here it was more multicultural before 1991. But when USSR collapsed, a lot of communities, they went back to their countries. Like it was kind of the period, not stable time, and people were not, they didn't know what to expect. For example, all our Jewish friends, almost all of them, they immigrated to Israel or United States at this time. We still have a big community there, but some, like a lot of people, they immigrated. It wasn't a stable time that time. It was time that people were not sure about their future. Still, it's multicultural, but not so like it's in Canada. Canada, it's really from all over the world. We don't have this kind of variety of communities. We have just some, which is historically and in the certain moment of history, they immigrated, like a wartime. I'm going to cut a dill as well, and I'm going to put it together with green onion. So it's a dill. One bunch of dill is gonna be okay. Unless you want more, again, you can play with it as you like. One big bunch.
How many green onions are you using, Rita?
How many green onions? Also a bunch.
One.
But I'm going to do something with that one. So that's why I left it for the last. So I am done with cucumbers. I am done with dill. And I want the green onion will be a little bit softer, not so hard in my soup. So in the marinade, so I'm going to smash it a little bit with a little bit of salt. So actually, I can do it with together with my dill bunch, but not the cucumber. Cucumber will be moisturized too much.
So Rita,
Yeah.
I lived overseas for 7 years, and somebody asked me this question: what I missed most about Canada when I was living overseas, and my answer to that was Tim Hortons coffee. Right. So I'm going to ask you, what do you miss most of your country? One thing.
Wow, this is very complicated question because I miss so many things. Let me. Probably my entire family, because I have cousins, I have mom, and I have my parents-in-law, and I have some family, my entire family. And for some reason, they're not going to immigrate to Canada. Even I was inviting, and they're very conservative. And when you live in your world, it's really hard for someone to invent the new horizons. So I would say, I miss them. I miss them the most. Yeah, this is the right answer for me.
Certainly beats Tim Hortons, right?
Yeah, of course, food is really good there. Mostly family. I think this is because if we could see each other more often, maybe I don't have this feeling. But see, already more than 2 years, I wasn't able to visit. That is really hard. The hardest moment for me. Yeah. So let me. I'm going to cut the onion, a bunch of onions. And I will put the onion in the container, actually together with dill later on. I'm going to put a bit salt on the onion and smash it a little bit, because then it's going to be softer, not so hard. Because I'm not going to boil, and I'm not going to do anything about that. So bunch of onion, little bit of salt, because I already put salt in marinade. Little bit of salt. Где моя вот эта смаша? Вот все нашла. Okay, I found this specific tool. So I'm a little bit pressing it. Little bit pressing. I also can add the dill at the same place. Little bit of smashing. So it's gonna be all for my put on that one. So the green part is done. So I prepared cucumbers. I prepared dill and onion. All good. Now I'm going to cut eggs. Eggs are also boiled. Okay, I found. I'm going to cut eggs. Again, I don't put eggs in a marinade yet. I'm going to add them only when I'm serving the soup. I boiled 4 eggs.
You keep the eggs whole, right?
Huh?
Do you keep the eggs whole?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm going to cut them because when I serve, they will be in the pieces. It's a protein part of this cold dish. Also about potato we can serve separately or we can add in the soup directly. So it depends on how it's optional also. Nothing written in stone. This is a place to improvise. So I'm going to cut the eggs.
Arlene will be happy to hear that. She can add her potatoes tomorrow.
Yeah. By the way, it can be served. It can be served separately. Some people, they don't like to put it at all. Some people, they like it in the soup. The only thing that we recommended to serve it with is bread. Bread. Traditionally, we like to use rye bread, rye one, the brown one. If you want any preferences, okay. But I'm going to serve as it traditionally served.
Rye bread or sourdough would be good, right?
Sourdough, yeah, it depends like what people like. Yeah, rye bread is the one. Very popular.
You can always make rye sourdough. I do sometimes.
Oh, wow. The homemade bread, it's going to be just the perfect one.
Yeah.
Just the perfect one.
I'm out now. I'll have to make more or buy from the store. We'll see.
Uh-huh. Almost done with the cutting. So again, I'm not going to mix cucumbers right away and eggs. I will serve them only. I will add them only when serving. Some people, they like to mix everything right away and then just keep it in the fridge and serve it just with sour cream and garlic. But I don't like when it's floating in the marinade. Again, preferences, you know. Okay, and I'm done with eggs. Eggs are done. mix in here too. Let me check how it's going with my beet.
Rachel, when you cut the eggs, did you just chop them up real small?
Pardon me?
Did you just chop the eggs up in little pieces?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I'll show
that.
you. Yeah. It looks like that. I just chopped it in a free way. And I just left this one because I want a nice serving.
Oh yeah.
Just a little piece, just for aesthetically pleasing way.
Yeah.
It's not.
And I'm sorry, question, because I was busy chopping. Did you, when you chopped did you add the dill and the onions to the cucumber bowl? Did you add them all together?
No, I didn't, because when I chop onion and the dill, I put a bit salt and smash it a little bit, because I don't want the veggies will be too hard in the soup. So they're going to be a little bit softer with a bit salt again, a little bit. And the cucumbers and the eggs are just separately chopped.
Okay.
Yeah. The beet is still hard, but that's okay. It takes time. So we basically did everything for our soup. We're just waiting until the beet will be ready. No, I'm not right. Potato. Let me just chop the potato. I forgot about that. Just potato. I often boil the potato unpeeled. I think I a little bit overcooked it, but that's okay. No drama. Still gonna be a part of our dish. Since all the ingredients are ready, I know that my beet is still on the stove, and it takes time till it's gonna be fully cooked. I will show you the final serving with the marinade and the beet that I did a little bit earlier, because I was anticipating that it's gonna be extended time rather than we have this session. But you can see how it looks in the final. Mostly important thing, let it cool down, because then that all delicious part will be opened up when it's cooled down. And again, even if I have a cherry, sour cherry, I would put cherry juice inside, you know, into my soup. It's gonna be only even more rich taste. So improvise with everything you like. Okay. Just a second, let me check even the earliest version of the. So I have a bit, another portion bit that I started to cook a little bit earlier for us to be finishing in time. So let me show you the bit that I cooked, the same like you have now on your stove, but I just started to cook it a little bit earlier to be on time to finish till the final step. So I have a bit, and remember that I have marinade that I poured, and sorry, Amber, for you for me not to explain you clearly that we don't waste it. So I'm going to combine as a final dish how we are going to serve. So marinade should be poured back to the bit which is already fully cooked. So the marinade that we have, I'm going to pour it back.
So Rita, we're fast forwarding now about a half an hour, right?
Yes, that's why I would like to accomplish it. Yeah. Right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me put, because we are done. We just need to combine it everything. Again, the bit that you have on your stove, it takes time, but I have the pre-cooked already. I started a little bit earlier. Pre-cooked portion, I will show you how to combine it everything. Okay. So this is a beef marinade, which is already cold. And I have a beef that is done. So I'm going to put the marinade into the beef back to the saucepan. I'm going to keep in this way in my fridge. So let me just pour it back. Okay.
Or you can skip that step.
Huh?
I said,
Yeah.
I'm just joking, but Amber, you can skip this step.
Oh, it's me who was not so exact with instructions. So sorry.
I was thinking I can fix it to get more beet flavor. I could maybe add beet powder.
There we go. Look. Yeah, I tell you, improvise. This soup, you can, again, any ingredients you like, you can add, and then put it on, and then you just add it, and that's it. So now I have marinade with a beet. I have a bit smashed onion and dill. I'm going to send this green part inside, right inside. But I don't want to put eggs inside and cucumbers. So it's already look like, but when I'm serving, I will put all the ingredients in the bowl. And look what I'm going to do now. The final step. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So I have eggs. I have cucumbers. I have potato. I'm going to serve. So I'm going to get a dish. So I would like to have its kind of deep plate, then you can see it better. So I'm going to serve the cold soup. I will add some eggs. I will add some cucumbers, such as springish, all green. I will add some potato if you have one. If not, you can serve it separately. If you don't like potato, don't serve it at all. The only thing what I would like to add a bit of garlic. I really like garlic. Cut is a shred as you like. I like a bit spicy stuff. Then I'm going to add a sour cream. Sour cream. Big spoon of sour cream, just right. And this is just for beauty. There we go. We can serve it like this. So easy peasy, plus with bread. And this is kind of marinated salad at the same time as a soup, but you will be feeling very pleased when it's a hot weather. So it's gonna be served right from fridge with bread and this kind of nutritious and vitamin stuff. You will keep your diet preferences. Also, if you really want to have any meat ingredient, you can boil separately a lean meat, any kind of meat that you prefer. I would say beef or turkey or chicken is better rather than pork or anything else. So it's something with no any fat, and you can cut in pieces and add if you want to. So it's again whole bunch of variations. Some people, they even add hot dogs, you know, they even boil hot dogs and cut, and there is a addition for this soup. But I didn't do it today.
I was thinking sausage, like garlic sausage.
I mean a hot dog, yeah. Yeah. Just boiled it, not grilled, and not the smoked or fat one. So very lean one, like, I mean, just regular hot dog. And some people, they cut and just add it. It's also the option, but personally, I don't much like big fan of that. That's why I just prefer to serve it in this way. And if you store it, you can.
Go ahead.
Yeah. If you store it.
I say it looks very, very good.
It looks like if we think in depth, so like, is it really a soup or just marinated fresh veggies? You know, kind of interesting. That's why I said it's kind of extravagant. It's not like we usually eat, but it's still, everything is there. Fresh, protein, full of protein and vitamins. Yeah. The only thing, you can regulate a measure of salt and sugar and vinegar just for your preferences. Don't forget about bread. Bread is a good addition. With bread, it's delicious.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Rita. Better let you go before your soup gets hot or gets warm. But, I hope that the other ones cooking along with us, their soup turns out, their borscht turns out, and you enjoy it with your family. I appreciate you sharing your culture and cuisine with us. Yeah, we really appreciate it. I thought it was very informative, and you did a great job.
Yeah.
So next week we're slated. Next week we on our schedule we have Ukrainian cuisine.
Excellent.
That might change, but keep an eye on our website, Edmonton Intercultural Center .ca, and I'm not sure, it might change, but so everybody have a great evening, and
Yeah.
we'll see
Thank you
you.
very much for your attention, and thank you very much for your participation. And sorry if I wasn't, like, it was my first time when I do it on camera, honestly. So I was enjoying the meeting.
Yeah, you and your daughter did a great job, so thank you.
Yeah. Can I just say thank you also? It looks amazing and I can't wait to eat it. And we're going to be spending the weekend with a daughter who has spent a lot of time in Eastern Europe in various parts, and I know that she will love the soup. So thank you so much. And thanks for cultural teaching.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Okay, good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.